And President Biden worked closely with Chinese President Xi Jinping during his time as vice president during the Obama years. In a recent interview, though, with CBS, the president said he has not spoken with President Xi since becoming president himself. Joining us now to talk more in depth about the relationship between the U.S. and China is J.J. Green, national security correspondent for WTOP Radio, who specializes in foreign policy. J.J., as always, thanks for being here. Certainly the U.S.-China relationship is a fascinating and complex one, and so far doesn't appear that President Biden is showing his cards just yet. Hasn't talked to the president. This task force just getting off the ground. But in broad terms, why is China always such an urgent concern for America, regardless of who the president is?
Hey, good evening, Rob. Well, part of the reason why is because we depend on China for so much. And if you look at pharmaceuticals, for example, remember the PPE, the personal protective equipment that we needed so desperately last year when COVID-19 came out of the blue. There's also all of the everyday things that we use and we need. There's food. There's also the fact that stealing is a problem with China. They steal intellectual property from the U.S. They steal our personal data. This is a part of the reason why China is a problem for the U.S. And the most important problem for the military is China's aggression in the Indo-Pacific. The U.S. needs to fix that, turn that around, neutralize it. Those are the reasons why China is a problem for the Biden administration.
And during the Trump years, obviously, things were tense. The president was tough on China, sanctions, trade restrictions. How do we expect President Biden to differ from that policy if he does indeed take a different track?
Well, the first and foremost, the first thing is the president most likely will not do anything to go against the U.S.'s allies in the region. You may remember the former President Trump had a bit of tension going on with South Korea, Japan, and some of the other allies in the region, sending a message to China that there wasn't a strong front against whatever it was they wanted to do. There's also this idea that the U.S. is going to do a serious review of everything related to China, from the 4 Ps, I call them: policies, planning, posture, and of course its priorities, looking at everything that has to do with China. The most important part of this process, though, is the U.S. is going to let China know, based on what I've been told and heard, that it's not going to get off the hook for all of the things that it's done wrong against the U.S. and all of the things that it's done to harm the U.S., like hacking and stealing. But the door is going to be open to China if they're willing to play fair.
And to be fair, there are, again, issues where the two countries, there is room for agreement, whether it's climate change. North Korea had to beat back the pandemic. So there are obviously areas of tension, but also areas where there could be cooperation as well.
Yeah, this administration recognizes that China is a big player in the world, regardless of what they've done or what their habits are, good or bad. The U.S. needs to and can work with China to make things better. But the issue is, and to go back to the question you asked, how different will it be from the previous administration? There won't be any name call. There won't be any public spats. There won't be any situations where you're finding an unsavory display of U.S. Anger or concern or problematic behavior with China. It's just going to be straight down the middle. Okay, China, this is the U.S. We are a world player. We are the world player. We recognize what you're trying to do, and so fine. But this is what we're trying to do, and we need to respect each other.
All right, new chapter just beginning. We'll see where it goes. J.J. Green, as always, thanks for your time tonight.
Pleasure. Thank you.